Hello everyone, thanks for visiting me in my shop today. About 3 weeks ago, I made a video and we were replacing an Astro radio in my shop for my ham hobby. And I was hoping to make a follow-up video before then, but I had a little bit of a problem with connecting up the power. I did order a used power cable, and when I went to put connectors on that cable to run to the power supply, I found out I didn't have any. So I had to order some, and then when they came, even though I measured the wire, they still, I ordered a whole kit of different sizes, and when I got them, even the smallest size still wouldn't fit the wire. So I need a little bit smaller of a connector, but I think I'm just gonna kind of fill this connector with solder and get this wire in there. I think it'll be fine, but I also ran into another problem, and I'll show you that. So the problem I ran into is with the power supply. Now I got this power supply from a friend of mine who got it from somewhere, I don't know where, and it wasn't working. And what was wrong with it was the rectifier in it was shot, and it probably took a lightning hit. You know, I replaced the rectifier and got it working again, and it's been working fine ever since. Well, I forgot that when I went to hook these radios up that I didn't have a screw for the terminals back in here. So you can see I just soldered the wires on. Well, that's not working out for me right now because I need to be able to screw the lugs from this power cable on here. So I'm going to have to try to desolder these wires out of here and see if I can clean up the threads and maybe find a couple of screws and some washers for that and see if I can make those work again. So that's my chore for today, and maybe get some power to all these radios and move on from there so I can get this 110 watt Astro Spectra working again. Here's the power supply pulled out, and it is on my bench. So you see what I need to do. I need to remove these wires from these lugs, or studs, I guess you'd call them. And I see that at some point I had actually two sets of wires soldered in there and clipped off a set. I don't know why, but I must have made some kind of modification to the way I was using it. So I must have cut them off. So instead of trying to just put the soldering tip on these and desolder them, the wire that's on there right now will act as like a heat sink and suck away a lot of my heat. So I want to get rid of that from doing that. So I'm going to clip those wires off, and after I get them clipped, then I'll put some heat to them and see if I can't remove those studs and get the solder cleaned up from the studs. Okay, I did get them clipped off, and I got my soldering iron running here. I call this Big Bertha. I use it for putting connectors on and anything that requires a lot of heat. I use this one. It works real well. So what I'll do is put a little heat to those lugs or studs, and we'll see if we can pull these wires off. I got the wires out, and I use this tool here, this little brush, to brush the terminals, get them all cleaned up. They look pretty good. You can see right here. I'm hoping that I can screw something on there and kind of clean up those threads. I don't think I've got a die for that. And even if I did, I don't know if the die would fit. And I don't know if it'd fit between here if I want to try to clean those threads up. But it's solder and it's pretty soft, so I'm thinking I might get away with it. But I need to find some kind of fine threaded nuts to go on there. That might be a chore. Try to find that. So I have another one of these power supplies, but I put Anderson power pole connectors on it. I remove these studs out of there cut the cabinet a little bit and put in some Anderson power pole connectors. This one I did not do it to it. I did not do it to this one. But I probably won't either. It was kind of a pain doing that one, and I still haven't gotten the rectifier replaced in that one. So I don't know, maybe I should try to get that one going too. But that's where we're at right now. I'm gonna go look and see if I got any, fine threaded nuts, and I need to find what size these take, and we'll get those on. I've got the cover off this power supply, and after cleaning up these banana connectors, which what they are, I don't know why I was just calling them posts and things, but the banana connector goes in here and pushes in, and you get your power this way and pull it out. They look like this. So I looked all over in my hardware drawers, looking for fine threaded screw or nuts that would go on there, and I couldn't find any. So I was able to find a new set of banana jacks, banana connector, whatever they call them. So I'm going to try to put these in there, take these out. They're just held in by these nuts, and see if I can swap them out for some new ones. So I'm going to do that, and we'll see if that works. Okay, I ran into a little bit of a problem. This stud will not fit through here. It will not go through there at all. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this drill bit, I'm going to drill it out just a little bit. And then if I screw it up, I'll be putting new connectors on the ends. So cross your fingers I don't screw it up. All right, I had a decent amount of success with this. Now, as you can see, it'll go right in. So let's see here, see, right in. So that worked. So now I'm going to install them and button everything back up again. All right, I got the negative banana jack mounted. It's well in there, fits real nice. So I just wanted to show you the order in which you put this together, if you ever put these in. So this slides through the hole. Then you got this piece here. Let's see if I can do it one-handed. Okay, this piece goes here. Well, let's do it outside of it. So first piece, this goes on through the hole. Then this piece here comes through. Then you got a flat washer. This is not as easy as you might think. You get the flat washer that goes on, then the nut, then whatever connector you're going to put on inside your power supply. So like this one here, this one here, whatever connector you're going to put on, and then the star washer, and then the nut to hold it all together. So let me do this positive side, and then I'll come back. Alrighty, I got them both on, and you can kind of see the order in which they go on. So they're all ready to go. Well, you can just literally, well, I had to use a 13 millimeter wrench, or actually it's a 12 millimeter wrench on here when I was tightening them up. Oh, let me see here. Yeah, it goes on here like this. So I did have to use that. So there you go. They're all ready. Let me loosen this one up too. All right, look at that. It's all ready to go. Looks pretty nice. I just had those laying around for many years, I'm sure. So let me put this case, the cover back on it again. Well, it happened. I made a mistake. And I was almost done editing the video when I found it. So I could have just reshot that segment and you never would have known it. But it wouldn't help you if you have run into the same problem or mistake that I did. So I left it in. So let me show you what happened. When I put these in, everything looked fine. But I realized that right down in here, there's a gap. You see the gap? Then you look on the other side, and there's a gap. And the reason why that gap is there is because this is the old one I took off. And you can see right here, there's a little piece sticking out. Well, these go together. These slide together. And what it does is it provides pass-through for this piece here to go through the chassis without grounding this out. So this little piece here passes through a hole in the chassis and insulates this piece here from the chassis. Well, when I put it on, I did not think about that, and this hole is not big enough from the old ones that I took off. The hole in here is not big enough to allow this to block it off. So if this was to move at all, this positive jack could short out against the chassis. So I need to remove these and drill the hole big enough to allow that to provide the proper insulation from the chassis. Lesson learned. Okay, we're back. So what I did is I got my handy dandy calipers out and I measured right here. I measured right across here to see what this was for how big of a bit I needed. And I found out that this little stepper bit, I can get it in focus, this little stepper bit, if I went all the way to the very end, it would make the hole big enough to do what I need to do. So now, when I slip this in, let's get focused, you can see that it meets it halfway. And this other side, this one here, this side will go the rest of the way. And completely isolate that from the chassis. That's what I should have done the first time. I missed that. So now these holes are a little bit larger. In fact, a lot larger than they used to be. I think the other pieces would just slide right through those holes. So this is considerably bigger. And but it's done the way it's supposed to be done. So I'm going to put this back together and come back. Okay, one more time, we're back. Now look. Now we got no gap. Everything's nicely insulated. And both of them. So I'm all ready to go now. So, mission complete. So I'll put the cover back on this and we'll be ready to hook up this Astro Spectra, the high power. I'm excited about that. I got some frequencies I want to program into it. So, hey, lesson learned. I hope this helps someone, because I missed it. But we found it, and I got it rectified. So, thumbs up to that. Thank you for watching the video today. I'll certainly be making more, so you're welcome to come back to my channel and, you know, see what I'm up to. I'm always up to something. So I'll be working on my shop here, getting ready for some insulation right up in there. So I'm just waiting for it to be delivered. And it could be a couple of more months before I get it. Things are really slow right now. So we'll have to see what happens. But I'm going to do some electrical work. So I'm going to make a video about that. But if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe and hit the bell notification, as they say. And see when I'm posting a video next. So thank you very much.